In this morning's U.S. Bank Customer Spotlight, the Warren County startup Polarum is developing smart socks. You heard that right. Smart socks alert healthcare facilities when a patient steps out of a bed or a chair and risks falling. Polarum recently raised nearly $4 million in a Series A round of funding. We are delighted to have with us this morning Chris Hasdorf, a Polarum co-founder who also serves as the company's board chair and chief technologist. He is with Business Courier publisher Jamie Smith in the studio. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Peg. Chris, thanks for being here today.
Good to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, and reading your bio and getting to know who you were, you have a law degree and a chemical engineering degree.
Yes.
I'm guessing socks weren't on your career plan, right?
Not at all.
Tell me how you got there.
Really great question. I was doing some consulting work for UC Health System, and I met Patrick Baker, who was then the chief nursing officer at UC Westchester Hospital. Patrick and I had a professional relationship through UC Health, and as we were concluding that, he said, "Hey, I want to talk to you about something." And what he wanted to talk about was the smart sock. And so I've said, sure, I'd be interested in talking about it. He said, would you like to be a co-founder in this company? I always believe in supporting people in their, realizing their potential and their growth opportunities. And so I said yes, and then I became an investor. And so I'm one of the original 5 founders of the company.
That's awesome.
And that's the story.
Yeah. So now are they? You have a pair of the socks there. Are they in hospitals now? Are you getting to that stage? Where are we?
They're currently being used up at Madison Health in London, Ohio.
Okay.
We're just in the final stages of final installation at Ohio State, the Wexner Center Brain and Spine Institute. We're doing a 2,500 participant study there. It'll last almost a year.
Okay.
And we're in final stages of negotiations with 3 VA hospitals. We have 4 more on the list, the Cleveland Clinic and others.
And the way I understand it, they obviously don't keep you from falling, but they send alerts. So if someone falls, it's going to send an alert to somebody and they...
Well, actually, it signals a stand.
Okay.
And so if you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, it's going to alert the nursing staff.
Okay.
And so it reaches out and finds the 3 closest nurses. So we've actually created a nurse locator system as well as a notification system that's very smart.
Yeah.
And it allows us to adjust the socks characteristics because they're all fabric.
Yeah, they look just like, right.
And, to the patient's physiology. And to use that information to make sure that a person is either staying in bed or they're accompanied by a healthcare provider.
So it gives them an idea.
Yeah, we want to prevent falls. We don't want to alert afterwards.
That makes even more sense.
Right.
All right, now you guys have raised a lot of money, over $7 million in these 2 rounds. What's next?
What's next is the evolution of our physical therapy applications. We currently have those installed as an investigational trial at Mason Christian Village. We're going to Hillendale later in the year, which is also in north, I guess, Cincinnati. You have to excuse me, I'm from Dallas.
Oh, that's
okay. And just recently received a commitment from the National Health Service in the UK to evaluate the socks with intent to buy. That's enormous. That's a 500-bed beginning against 24,000 beds to come.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, thanks so much for being on here. We want to keep up with your guys' growth, so we may have you back on here again soon to talk about it.
We're always happy to talk about our progress. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.